Representative Jimmy Gomez, Democrat of California, on Friday formally introduced a resolution to expel Representative Marjorie Taylor Green, Republican of Georgia. I hate that he had to be from my state. From Congress over her past indications of support for violence against prominent Democrats, I believe some of my Republican colleagues, and one in particular, wish harm upon this legislative body. And I'm not saying this for shock value, it's the conclusion I drew after a member of Congress advocated violence against our peers, the Speaker, and our government, Gomez said on the House floor. I take no joy in introducing this resolution, Gomez continued, but any member who incites political violence and threatens our lives must be expelled, and I'll do everything I can in my power to protect our democracy and keep all my colleagues safe. The House has not only ever expelled the House has only ever expelled 5 members in its history, and there's a high bar to expel a member from the House. A 2/3 majority must vote in favor. House Democrats, as well as 11 Republicans, voted last month to strip Green of her seat on the Budget and the Education and Labor Committee in response to her past apparent endorsement of political violence, as well as her suggestions that school shootings and the 9/11 terrorist attacks were staged. So I think Green is not smart or bright or intelligent in any matter. But I have mixed feelings about this, and they are more favorable to her than anything else. So when Gomez says that he believes that he wants to do everything in his power to protect our democracy, well, Green was elected in spite of writing all that crap online, in spite of saying that these various tragedies were, done by actors. She still managed to win a seat. And whether you agree with someone like that being allowed to be one of the most powerful people in America, which I don't, it still was something that was decided by people. She didn't, pull some great wool over everyone's eyes or just get in there without being elected. She was picked by people. So I think if you really believe in democracy, you can make the case that maybe this is who these people want, or at least wanted, and they should have the decision of voting this person. That's the same reason why I don't really like term limits. I think if you truly believe in the democratic system, the best solution for a lot of this stuff is to just have the people vote the person out. And unfortunately, as they're talking about, oh, well, political violence, blah, 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 like, again, people write disgusting, violent stuff online to everybody. I've had the same stuff written to me. And I'm certainly not as important by any means as Pelosi or Obama or any of these other people, but it's customary for them to talk that way. And when you look at what happened on January 6th, she's not the only one that supports that kind of stuff. As far as you had AOC accused Ted Cruz of trying to get her killed and whatnot. So even when they're trying to say, oh my God, look at this horrible thing, she's not alone. And none of those people are having resolutions introduced to get rid of them, because the other members of Congress that are Democrats know it won't go anywhere. And that's why this all just feels like grandstanding. You know, like, I would have a lot more respect for him if he came out and said, I wish we could expel her, but we don't have the votes. I'm just going to go to her state and campaign against her like crazy. That would be the best thing ever. Have the whole Democratic caucus just keep going to her state, all of them in her district, just saying, hey, vote for somebody else, please. It could be another Republican. We don't care. Just get rid of the one that says the school shootings and the terrorist attack are fake. And I support getting rid of, through violent means, politicians I don't like. Just if they did something like that, I have a lot more respect for them, because that's a lot more practical than this resolution that's not going to go anywhere. So until Gomez does something like that, he's just a grandstander to me.